好，这次来玩井中岭，就是机械式的国风，非常的视穿，非常可爱，有点像春丽的感觉。好，然后这次阵容介绍一下：机械师、技师、调香师、入殓师，看看有一堆师。
小量的睡衣、外出服、亲子装、情侣装，那都是我们严选台湾的厂商在地生产制造。
这把作业又往前了，旋风囚徒、杂技心理，这阵容传直接下班，决定购。
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. You got those pretty eyes in your head. You know it. You got me dancing in my bed, so let me show it. You are exactly what I want. Kinda cool and kinda not. Wanna give myself to you. Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. I got my head out the sunroof. You got me stuck on the thought of you. Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you.
I met you out of the blue, and everything I felt was new. You told me that you weren't ready, but then you act like we're going steady. I knew I was gone. Thought things would change as we blurred the lines, but you only want me sometimes. You made the rules from the get-go, but I would follow you if you said so. If you change your mind. But for tonight, I'll pretend everything's okay. For tonight, I'll pretend I don't feel this way. I'll pretend that we're just friends, like you said. Like I'm not wishing for more inside of my head. Like your mixed signals don't bother me. For once in my life, I was brave. I told you how I feel, but you never really said if you felt the same. No, you're probably packing up your things now, driving fast on your way out of this town. I knew I was wrong, but for tonight, I'll pretend everything's okay. For tonight, I'll pretend I don't feel this way. I'll pretend that we're just friends, like you said. Like I'm not wishing for more inside of my head. Like your mixed signals don't bother me. You kiss me, but you don't see me. You don't want me, you're just lonely. And for a while I thought I wouldn't mind, but I do. You kiss me, but you don't love me. You hold me, but I'm still lonely. 'Cause you're so far away I couldn't reach. But for tonight, I'll pretend everything's okay. For tonight, I'll pretend I don't feel this way. I'll pretend that we're just friends, like you said. Like I'm not wishing for more inside of my head. Like your mixed signals don't bother me. Everything's okay. I don't feel this way. I'll pretend that we're just friends, like you said. Like I'm not wishing for more inside of my head. Like your mixed signals don't bother me, but they do.
Too much?
'Cause I think that I've been falling ever since that day out in the park. And I don't know if this is love, but maybe this could be the start. Wondering if you'll feel the same. Wondering if my heart's okay. I don't know if this is love or just a phase.
Just delaying and replaying that look upon your face. Your laugh is contagious, never ages, always seems to make my day. Conversations in my head got me conflicted with what you said. I tend to second guess myself, like too much. 'Cause I think that I've been falling ever since that day